writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd.
Кажется, непонятно. Так, он сундук. А, ну это тот ключ.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
А, это его чемоданы. Тут чемодан прям так закрыт, как сейф какой-то.
Nothing. The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio represented St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Так, вот теперь я шкатулку могу взломать. Ага, золотой эликсир. Ну, хотя бы что-то.
Inferno by Dante. Abandoned hope, all... Look. Markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret
Ну, так это, скорее всего, секретный ход и есть. Потому что видно, что царапины, потому что ну, дверь тут явно открывается.
Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. The paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something. Come on, Louis, think. Think.
Ну и что ж он тут надумал, интересно?
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite
Похоже, так
book.
думал, что уже
She
вечер.
must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Наверное, к лампе он приложить можно.
The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Так, а что-то у нас оценить пользу пепла. Сложность 2. Наука. Нам пока недоступно. Ладно, хотя бы тогда пепел возьмем. Может пригодится.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice strong coffee though. Saint Jerome and the Angel. There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it. There's a note. Effects of Serre de Richer. to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Так, ладненько. Взяли мы пепел. Ну давайте попробуем. Уже можно что-то с книжкой сделать.
Damn, I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. Might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
Пепел не прокатил, хреново. Ну вот, если бы мы могли оценить пользу пепла, то тогда, я думаю, было проще. Попробуем теперь лимонным соком. Так, оценить пользу свечи, подумать, как ее использовать.
If a message is written in lemon juice, the flame will reveal it.
Так, теперь выжмем лимон.
That wasn't it. Not to mention I covered half the page with lemon juice. Great.
А нормально, нормально.
Lemons used to write secret messages, not to reveal them. I'll have to try something else.
А, тю, лимоном пить.
Aha! It's working.
Я понял. Ладно, хрен с ним.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, it could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Да, чуть-чуть я затупил. Ладно. А тут по-любому как-то этот шкаф, я думаю, можно открыть. Ну потому что прям царапины такие странные.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Так, сюда нельзя зайти, вот что лежит. Да, что-то нельзя зайти никому. А ну попробуем в ту сторону сейчас сбегать. Что не хочет он никому заходить. Так, а это что? Пока нельзя взаимодействовать. Ладно, так, а зайти-то тут кому-то можно, не?
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later. That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
это она тут за обряды проводила. Так, вот у нас шкатулочка.
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Одурманивание. Вы приняли 4 стимулирующих вещества во время выполнения задания или отравились. Шкала времени больше не отображается во время разговора. Классно.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
Так, изучить пока я не могу заметки. Ладно, заберем пока.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of
Письмо.
some
Моя
unfortunate
дорогая
news.
Элизабет, в этот раз у меня печальные известия. Мы не сможем увидеться в первое воскресенье
I've been
мая.
told that you're no
Мне
better,
передали, что тебя...
and,
что
unfortunately,
тебе не стало лучше, да и мы с твоими братьями работаем день и ночь на благо нашего нового государства. Прости, что так получилось. Как только освободимся, пускай даже на день, мы сразу же приедем к тебе. С любовью, твой отец, Джон Адамс. По скриптум. Прошу, не держи зла на свою мать и не осуждай ее. Она просто еще не готова. Уверен, однажды ты сможешь все понять и простить. Так, ладно. Что тут еще полезного есть?
June 11th.
Так, 11 июня 1791 года. Моя дорогая Элизабет, твое последнее письмо очень меня беспокоило. От него веяло холодом и равнодушием, словно все чувства покинули тебя. Отец считает, что это побочный эффект твоей терапии, но скоро тебе станет лучше. Стоит ли мне надеяться? Я с нетерпением жду нашей встречи, мы так давно не виделись. Жду ответа. С любовью, твоя сестра Эбигейл. По скриптум обязательно напиши, что тебе подарить. Так, это еще, наверное, какое-то одно письмо, что-то только я его с этой стороны посмотреть не могу. 24 августа 1792 года. Элизабет, я в отчаянии, не знаю даже, стоит ли тебе писать. Может, ты не получаешь моих писем? Отец пристально следит за моей корреспонденцией. Он явно пропускает далеко не все. К счастью, одна из горничных помогает мне отправлять письма. Правда, ни на одно я не получила ответа. Я часто думаю о тебе и каждый день молю Бога о встрече с тобой. Мы обязательно все наверстаем. Пожалуйста, ответь мне, прошу. С любовью, твоя сестра Эбигейл. По скриптам. Вчера снова приходила та страшная женщина. Они с отцом долго о чем-то беседовали. Я не все поняла, потому что они говорили на французском, но они точно обсуждали тебя. Вот, это уже полезные сведения. И последнее письмо, по-моему. 30 ноября 1791 года. Дорогая сестричка, новость об отмене нашей встречи стала для меня настоящим ударом. Отец сказал, что это ради твоего благополучия, но мне от этого не легче. Он утверждает, что тебе стало хуже из-за... И что эта встреча может навредить как мне, так и тебе. Если бы я только знала, где ты, я бы сейчас же приехала. Ты очень давно ничего не писала. Пожалуйста, ответь. С любовью, твоя сестра Эбигейл. По скриптам, надеюсь, тебе понравится этот талисман. О, это похоже на тот талисман ей сестра, да, прислала? Так, ну вроде, не, вот что-то еще есть. Это у нас еще вода. Я уже только не помню, что она делает. Так, а где тут инвентарь какой-то? А, во, предметы, так. Это не... А, во. Так. Временно показывает, к чему собеседник испытывает слабость и устойчивость. Мед восстанавливает 2 очка, ага. Вода позволяет применить следующий навык, не потратив очко. О, хорошо. Хорошие находки. Можно идти дальше. А, не, вот что-то еще тут есть. Так, хлоп. Это у нас был мед. Это что такое? Так, рассмотреть мы их пока не можем. Ну, попробуем. Надеюсь, не сдохну.
I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Так, измождение. Вы столкнулись с устойчивостью. Одно очко действия заблокировано. Выпейте флакон золотого эликсира, чтобы прийти в себя. Ну, в принципе, это пока не страшно. Потом, я думаю, рассмотрим. Так, а там он что-то еще есть. Якорцы. Хорошо. Так, еще интересно, в какую-то комнату можно зайти или нет? Ага. А это мы что, вышли? Да нет, тут нельзя спуститься. Я думал, это мы вышли к гостиной. Так, на это наверх пока нельзя. Хреново.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me. You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Так, выяснить правду, попытаться понять, ну, дадим вы, говорится, я думаю, нормально будет.
Confiding in me might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself? Do you really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back, or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person. And I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Так, упомянуть, ага, ее сестру.
Haven't you got a
Во.
sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it
Хорошо,
weren't
что я
for
там
her.
письма прочитал.
Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Так, хорошо, с Элизабет мы разобрались. Сейчас посмотрим, что тут. Тут ничего вроде не так, можно он с этим побазарить.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What can you tell
Будем
me
по
about the
порядку сейчас
guests?
все спрашивать.
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon, where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Yeah, except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
What's on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, sir. That is where Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable Sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, sir?
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing on the second floor are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
Так, с этим разобрались. Ну, осталось по... А, не, вон, у меня
As I was
просьба.
unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Так, принесите мне золотой эликсир, мне нужны якорцы. Я бы не отказался от янтаря. Достаньте мне кармелитской воды. Так. Я хочу почитать манускрипт. А интересно, можно все вместе взять или что-то только одно? Ладно, наверное, золотой
You
эликсир
wouldn't have a
пока.
little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for Sir.
Так. С этим препаратом я давно знаком, он мне нужен для излечения. Так, ладно. Или все-таки взять. Ладно, манускрипт,
What's
пока
that
спрошу.
book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend Sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Hang on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope Sir will understand that I have doubts. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer's library.
Huh, there you are then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But
Now.
But, sir, Very well, sir. Here you are. May Sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Oh, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Very good. There were some other things I wanted to go over with you.
Так, ладно, манускрипт мы взяли. Теперь
You
еще
wouldn't
можно
have a little
эликсир.
golden elixir I could use, would?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for Sir.
That's fine. I have no intention of swallowing this remedy. You see, I generally use it to put the shine back on my shoes. But maybe you'd rather I ask permission from Lord Mortimer. Where is he? I'd like to tell him about my shoe problem.
Sir need do nothing of the sort. There is no reason to disturb Lord Mortimer with this small matter.
As you wish.
Here you are, sir. I hope Sir will have enough with one bottle, as I haven't any more.
Oh, I'll make do. It's good of you to get this much.
May I do anything else for sir?
Так, ну еще можно мед попросить.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Так, да бросьте, он ничего не стоит, спорим, у вас его нет. Ну ладно.
No point in lying, you know. I know full well you haven't got any.
I would never think of lying, sir. I don't believe I am authorized to give it away, that is all.
Amber? Here? I'd be surprised.
Yet I assure you, sir,
No, you're pulling my leg. I don't believe you.
I wouldn't dare to joke with sir.
Yeah, sure. You're just leading me on. I dare you to show it to me, if you really have some.
Well then, sir, here is a piece.
Ah, right. Well, I'm impressed. Can you lend it to me for a minute?
Of course, sir.
Янтарь. Поздравляем. Вы собрали 4 осколка янтаря. Максимальное количество очков действия увеличено на 1. Во, вот это уже
Wow.
интересно.
I can hardly believe it. Well, I have other questions.
Of course, sir. But, sir, I believe you haven't given me back the amber, sir.
What? What amber?
The piece I gave to sir.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You really ought to look after your things. It can't be easy to come across amber in these parts.
Ah, well, does sir desire anything else?
Так, ну, в принципе, я думаю, все. Так, а где гостиная? С этой стороны точно ее нету, наверное, с вот этой.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
And you, sir?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
Not know of her, sir.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I should feel better too as
Надо
soon
будет
as the
скиллы
situation
покачать, а
is
то
set.
все какие-то
If by
возможности
chance the French
недоступны,
crisis is
недоступны.
emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity, typically French. A sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
А остальные возможности я не мог также использовать, так вы обнаружили слабость.
Yes.
Это можно было обнаружить слабости всех этих. Всех, кто тут сидит за столом, но у меня не было этого. Так.
What do you think of Volner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Be careful. Volner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
О чем же он так срочно поговорить захотел?
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Так. Ага. Так.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about, and I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Ого, сколько тут ответов. Так, мы должны вернуть монархию, необходимо контрреволюция, мы должны дать людям свободу выбора. Я думаю, наверное, лидер нужен.
Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words, and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Надо было, наверное, в начале разговора юзать эти якорцы. Ладно. А, так это и все. Это уже третья часть у нас. Так, хорошо. Успех. Успехов, я смотрю, у нас много. Это хорошо. Неудача у нас есть. Но часть я прочесть не смог. И сюжетные развилки я мог обыскать комнату Наполеона. А я что-то к ней не ладно. Хрен с ним. Еще, наверное, можно будет обыскать.